The other half of your yellow stripe, other than your 4 basic kicks, is going to be your basic block sets. That is our star block set and our walking block set. Right now we're going to go over our star block set. Instructor Joe right here is going to show us how to do it. Instructor Joe, can you show us a horse stance chamber? Okay. This is a proper horse stance. Notice how his feet are wide apart, at least shoulder width. Instructor Joe's are a little wider, and that's okay. His knees are bent, and when he has his hands in chamber, they are fists, palms up, and they're over here, right by his ribs. He's also going to have his elbows in. That way, they stay nice and tight. When I say star block set, in order for Instructor Joe to show me that he's ready, he's going to say star block set, sir. Star block set.
Star block set, sir.
I hear that. I know he's ready. 1. Instructor Joe's going to do a good high block. Notice how his fingers are upward so that when he blocks, he's blocking with this meaty part of his hand. He's also have his hands floating above his head, not directly on top of it, because if something were to come hit him, he would just be hitting himself. 2. Good. He's going to do an inside to outside block, or what we know as, we would nickname it the scoop. Notice how when he did that, his hands go below his belt and then up. They don't go all the way out here. They stop at an appropriate distance right around his shoulder blade. 3. An inside to outside block. He's going to bring his elbows out and then close them in. Notice how his hands aren't right on top of his face. They're an appropriate distance out, and they're slightly closer than the inside to outside block. 4. Good. He's going to cross his arms. This is a cross block. This is more like a chamber for the next step. But notice how he has 2 fists at each of his shoulders. We're not hugging ourselves. We want strong fists. 5. Down blocks. He's keeping his arms nice and straight, strong, and his hands aren't directly on top of his legs. He's going to try to keep his arms parallel with the bend of his leg. 6. Bring his arms right back in the chamber. We already went over this, but once again, his palms are face up, elbows are in, and his hands are right by his ribs. And last move, 7. Good. He's going to do a push block. He's going to make a triangle with his hands. One important thing is that you keep your fingers all together. We don't want loose fingers, because I don't want to get my fingers hurt, and I don't want to accidentally hurt anyone's fingers. So we keep them nice and strong. Thank you, Instructor Joe. Your next basic block for all your basic block sets is going to be your walking block set. Now for that, you're going to be doing blocks while taking steps. Instructor Joe, can you take a step back here and show me horse stance chumbi? Now just to reiterate, horse stance, he's going to have his feet wide apart, knees bent. And for chumbi, or ready, he's going to have his hands right around the knot of his belt. Now I know he's ready. Okay? Now when I say walking block set, Instructor Joe's going to show me he's ready by saying walking block set, sir. Walking block set.
Walking block set, sir.
I hear that. I know he's ready. 1. He's going to take a step with his left foot, and he's going to be in a good front stance and do a down block. Notice how when he does his down block, he's going to take his hand from the opposite shoulder and down. His toes are both going to be trying to point forward. His back knee is straight, while his front knee is bent. Notice how wide his feet are. We're not trying to be on the same line. We're not in gymnastics. We're not doing balance beam, okay? We're trying to get a good stance. Ready? 2. Take a good step forward, still in his good front stance, and he's going to do a high block. Remember, we want your fingers pointed up so that when you block with this meaty part of your hand, and we want our hands not on top of our head, but floating, so if something were to hit, we don't accidentally hit ourselves. Ready? 3. Take a big step forward, still in a front stance, and he's going to do a scooping block, or an inside to outside block. Notice how his hand isn't all the way out here. It's an appropriate distance right where his shoulder length is. Notice also how his shoulders are pointed forward. He's trying to keep his chest pointed forward. All right? And last step, 4. Kia! Good. Last step is going to have a kia. He's going to do an inside to outside block. He's going to take his elbow out and in. And remember, we say kia nice and loud, but short. Thank you, Instructor Joe. All right, now Instructor Joe is going to show us his walking block set. He's going to show us it going this way so we can really see how wide his front stance is. Again, I'm going to say walking block set, and Instructor Joe is going to show me he's ready by saying walking block set, sir. Walking block set.
Walking block set, sir.
I hear that. I know he's ready. Ready? 1. He's going to take a step forward with his left leg, do a down block with the same arm. So if his left leg is in front, his left arm is going to be blocking. And notice how wide his feet are over here. Okay? It's not super short. It's not pretty wide. Look at his knee. Front knee is bent. Back knee is straight. Ready? 2. Take a step forward. You can do a high block. Look at his legs. Front knee bent or front knee bent. Back knee straight. Wide stance. 3. Gonna take a step forward. Do an inside to outside block. Again, still in a good front stance, having our chest pointed forward. And last step, 4. Let's take a step forward, inside to outside block with a kia. Notice how it wasn't long, but it was loud. It's loud and short.